Am I the asshole for threatening divorce so my husband gets sealed in the Mormon temple with his family? I, 29F. I have been married to my husband, 31M, for 4 years. We have 2 children together, 3F and 1M. Neither my husband nor I are religious in any capacity. My mother-in-law recently met and got engaged to her fiancé Bill, who is Mormon. I'm not 100% sure that what I'm about to say is completely accurate, but this is how my husband explains it. He says that as a Mormon, his future stepfather has to get married in the temple, but non-Mormons can't get married in the temple. So my mother-in-law has had to convert to Mormonism. According to my husband, there is a tradition where Mormon families get sealed in the church. It's a ceremony in which your family is bonded together in the afterlife. I'm sure I'm explaining it poorly. My mother-in-law wants this done because her fiancé isn't my husband or his siblings' biological father, and they weren't already sealed in the church when they were born. So they'd have to perform a separate ceremony for my mother-in-law's adult children and their families. I'm not religious, but I'm not against religion. And while I wasn't a super big fan of the idea, I was willing to do it. We had a family dinner recently, and my mother-in-law was getting on my husband's ass about it, saying things like, "Your sisters agreed, I don't want you and my grandbabies to be separated from me in heaven." After the dinner, my husband formally approached me about the idea. It had only been mentioned in passing, and we'd never discussed it in detail. That his mom wanted him and our children sealed in the temple with her, and how important it was to her. I was confused and asked what about me, and he said that since I married into the family, I'm not her family and don't need to be sealed with her. He was telling me about how it's only a ceremony, and it doesn't actually mean anything, because we don't follow the beliefs, but I'm still hurt. No, I don't believe it's real. I don't believe that I'm going to be separated from my husband and children in the afterlife. But it's the principle of the situation. My sisters-in-law's husbands were included, and they married into the family. My Mill and I haven't always gotten along very good, but excluding me from the afterlife while assuring my husband and my kids would be with her, but not me? Plus, the fact that my husband is going along with the blatant exclusion of me is incredibly hurtful. I know he doesn't believe we'll be separated in the afterlife, but the fact that he's willing to allow his mother to believe we will be just to appease her is so disrespectful. It's not real to me, but it is to my mother-in-law. And my husband is enabling her diabolical plan to separate us in the afterlife. I told my husband that if he goes along with her request, it will mean divorce. I'm not even sure if kids can be sealed without both parents, but at this point, I'm seriously reconsidering our relationship anyways. I feel more disrespected than I have ever felt in my life, and my husband caused it. That's ridiculous. My friends and family think I'm being ridiculous because if I don't believe it's real, what's the actual harm? And nobody seems to understand that I'm upset about the principle of it. I'm upset over the fact that he's enabling this behavior, and not the fact that we'd be separated in the afterlife. He's enabled her crazy behaviors before, but it's never come close to this level. Am I the asshole?